Today I'll be setting up my February journal spreads. Whoop, whoop. So in this month's journal, I'll be showing you how I laid out the weeks differently. So instead of having all the days of the week on one spread, I've separated some so that Monday to Thursday is on one spread and then Friday to Sunday is on another spread. And then I'm also going to show you how to do daily spreads too. So this month's theme is called Sending Love. It's just a nice reminder to send a message or a greeting card to friends and family that you haven't seen in a long time. I know everyone's been apart from their friends and family for a while, whether they're in quarantine or in lockdown, so it's just a nice reminder to send a nice message. So I'm starting off with the title page with the February stickers. This time I put it a little bit lower so it's a little off center so we can add more stickers at the top, or we can add some more drawings to it later. So I'm just going to start with that. So on this page we're going to start off with some goals for the month and some notes. So they'll be mostly empty with just the titles in the top. So I'm using the Micron 08 pen for the outlines of the boxes. And here you can make the boxes as big or as small as you like. It's really up to you. And here I'm just adding this little corner detail where it's kind of like a page flip. So I'm gonna add an additional box down here. Not sure what it's for yet, but I'll probably add some notes in here. So I want to make this look like a notebook page, so I'm adding these circles and lines to the edge here so that it looks like it's a page. And I added these lines in pencil just to make it look more like a ruled page. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. And then we can just decorate it with some more stickers. And for the to-do list, I'm just gonna add little hearts down here as little bullet points. And I might as well add some here too. Now that's our first page. So next page, I'm gonna be working on the February calendar spread, so you can see the whole month on one spread. So last month I added the to-do list and the goals on the same page as the calendar, but this time, since I've already done that on the previous spread, I'll be stretching out the calendar all the way to the edge so we have more space to see the month. Since February has 28 days this year, and I like to start my calendars on a Monday, it takes up exactly 4 weeks. So for this month, instead of the 5x5 dot grid, I'm gonna be doing 4 rows. Each row is gonna be 6 dots wide. So I like using pencil to start to mark out the dots just so I don't have to commit to anything yet, and I can kind of quickly see if things fit or not. Okay, so 6 dots down for each row, and then we'll have 7 columns for the days of the week, and I've made those also 6 dots wide. So right now it's a 6x6 dot grid, and it goes from here to here. Alright, once I have this laid out, I just use my 08 pen and do the outline for the month. Okay, and for the inner lines, I'm going to be using the 0.5 Muji pen. It's because I like the inner lines a little thinner than the outer box. Of course, you can always use a ruler for this. Makes it a little bit easier, but because the dots are here, it's just easy to connect the dots. And now we can use this set of stickers to decorate this page. We have every single number on the sticker sheet for you, so you don't even need to write numbers. You just need to draw boxes. And the boxes can be any size you want. I did a 6x6 dot grid here, but you can always do a 5x5, or if you like them more rectangular, you can do like a 4x5 or a 5x6 box. So it's completely up to you. There we go. 28 days. I know there's an extra 29 here, but that's for later years, so don't worry about that for now. So now we can decorate it with either these little stickers or these bigger stickers. So I like to decorate the top with the bigger stickers because they stand out a little bit more. And again, these can just be random wherever you feel like you want to put a sticker. All right, and since we have some leftover space in this side, I'm gonna add some lines here so that we can add notes for each week. So here you can leave it pretty open-ended. Maybe it's something you have to do this week or like upcoming appointments and stuff. You can put them over here so that you can easily see what's going on in the week. So this is the February layout compared to the January layout. You see the January one is a 5x5 dot grid compared to the 6x6 dot grid for February. So you can keep testing out different size grids to see what works well for you. Maybe you want to have your grid to one side, or you can stretch it out all the way to the edge. It's a 6x6, but I think if it's 7 dots wide, you can stretch it out all the way to the edge. So it's completely customizable depending on how you want to use this spread. Next, I'm going to be doing the weekly spreads. So for the weekly spreads, it's really up to you on how you want to really lay it out. I like to have my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays on this side, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday on this side. Here again, you can count the dots to see how spread out you want them, but here I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I think this is a smaller box, but that's okay. Here I'm adding the dates on the right side, but you could add them on top or below or before. It's really up to you. Now again, I'm using the 0.8 micron pen for the outside boxes. And here I'm going to be doing this little page turn detail again, just to make it look a little bit different. So in this box, you can keep track of anything you want. I usually like to do a to-do list so I know what I'm doing for the week. And I'm just adding these little hearts here so it looks more like a list. And again, I like to use these bigger stickers for the top. So I put the little stickers on the left of the days of the week just to make them a little more even this time and not as random throughout the page. And there's our first spread. Okay, next I'm going to show you a different way of laying out the week. I'm going to do 2 days per page. So then 1 week would take up 4 spreads instead of doing 1 full week on 1 spread. So I like dividing it up like this so that I can have more space per day, and then also separate it into 2 parts. So one is for my schedule for the day, and then the other part is a to-do list. And I like to keep them separate so that I can clearly see what's on my schedule versus what I have to do. So we have enough stickers for every day of the week. So at the top I like to put the schedule, and then the bottom is my to-do list. But you can customize this to do anything you want. And then I'm going to add some stickers to the top of the days of the week. These smaller ones for these boxes. Since there's not a lot of space over here, I'm going to add these smaller stickers instead of the big ones. Again, you can add point forms for your to-do list in the circles, or you can do little hearts. Ooh, these looks empty too. So this week is spread into 2 different spreads. Monday to Thursday on one, and then the weekend on the next page. Got more space here, so I'm using the bigger stickers on the top. And it's Valentine's Day on the 14th here, so I'm going to use this one with Hub Man Chub Girl.
What was your favorite Valentine's Day with me?
None.
What? My favorite was in LA when we went to that nice fancy restaurant and you dressed up in this really cute red dress.
My favorite was the first time when you cooked for me.
Oh,
and then he never cooked again. Alright, and then we have this whole right side to do whatever you want. So I'm gonna put another box in here and we can use it for notes for the week. So this week is spread into 2 spreads so that you can have more space for each day of the week. And you can even spread it into 3 spreads if you want 1 per page too. So it's really flexible and up to you depending on how much you have to write that day, or if it's like a long weekend, or if you're planning like a trip or something, you just want more space for that day, then you can just spread it out as many pages as you need. All right, this next one, I'm gonna put the February on the bottom here, just to make it a little bit different. And then I'll start my week up here and across like that. And I'll put the days on the top this time. I messed up this line.
Sucks.
So I'm gonna just white it out. Oops. So this is why I usually like using the pencil first to mark down the lines, so I don't have to make changes like this, but it's okay. Whiteout saves the day. Oh no, this box is huge. Whiteout saves the day again. Ta-da! Alright, so this extra box over here I can make into a to-do list or use it for notes. And I can add an extra box over here for anything else I need. This is February 15th to the 21st. Add some Hubman and Chub Girl to the spread. And then I'll put little circles in here for notes. You can put it on either side of the day of the week, it doesn't really matter. And maybe a to-do list here. There we go. This is the next spread for February 15th to 21st. So you see I made some mistakes with the box sizes. I just had to white it out and do another one, but this is why I usually like using pencil first to like mark down all the spots. But this time I got lazy. So it's a little off center, but it's fine. So for the last week of February, I'm actually gonna do 1 day per page. So then the whole week is just gonna be spread out into 4 different spreads. So you can basically use it as a daily planner or a daily journal instead of showing the whole week on 1 spread. So here with the 1 page per day, you can actually have a lot of room to write a lot of things. So here, each day the boxes can be different, or you can adjust them based on what you think you need more. So usually I'd like to lay it out like having my schedule on the side and then a little box to jot down what Floopy does for the day. So what time he sleeps, what time he eats, any other like notes I have on Floopy, I like to put it in this little box. And then this bigger box is my to-do list for the day. And you can get our other baby planner stickers from our store and you can use these ones instead. So on this page, I'm going to use this one for the baby box. And then here we can keep track of his milk intake and what he wore for the day and like what toys he's playing with. And again, for the to-do list, I like to add these little dots or hearts. So these daily spreads are useful because if you have a really long to-do list and you can't really fit them in like a small box like this, then you can just use this expanded box. But these are fun because you can see the whole week in one go as opposed to flipping through multiple pages on these ones. But it's up to you, whatever you want. And sometimes I like to combine Saturday and Sunday so that I don't have Sunday on its own page. Again, I like using the bigger stickers for the top because they stand out a little bit more. Again, you can divide up the day into as many parts as you need. So this time I'm gonna have 2 longer boxes to separate my to-do list. So sometimes I have some personal to-dos and sometimes I have some to-dos for work. So I like to separate those into 2 different lists. So that's that layout. Again, I'll use some of these stickers to decorate the edges so it doesn't look as lonely and sad. And because these are more narrower boxes, I'm gonna have these little dots closer to the edge. Gonna add some baby stickers to the Floopy one. So this one will have a wider to-do box. It takes up most of the page. So this one can be a special box for us to write down any kind of list, like grocery list, or that's all. Okay, so here I have my schedule list, Floopy list, and a bigger to-do list box. And then I can either separate that box into 2 more lists, or I can just use up the whole box entirely. And then this little box over here, I can use it as a grocery list, or like writing in a note, or a journal entry. So it's just an open-end box you can just use for anything. So here I'm just gonna write grocery list, because we do our grocery on Thursdays. And here I'm splitting up my to-do list into 2 separate lists because it's a very big box. And I might as well add some circles in here too. Here we have the Wednesday and Thursday spread. And you can feel free to switch up the boxes around here too. And they don't necessarily have to line up either. So I just push this down so that I can add another sticker in here. Here's my schedule list, my Floopy list, and again my to-do list is the biggest box here. And finally, Saturday and Sunday can be split into just 2 boxes. So I'm going to add a line in here just so we can separate the Saturday from the Sunday. So the weekends we have a smaller to-do box because we take a break on the weekends, so there's not as much to do. Alright, so all these boxes can be random. See, I can shift this over to the side and make this a little smaller or make this a little shorter. It's just random and up to you. Alright, and that's all we've got. All 28 days laid out. So this sticker sheet is more functional than decoration, so you can use them to track when you get mail, or when you're giving mail to someone, or when you're just sending some love. So you can use this to track stuff instead of using them just for decorating your journal. That's all.